Who said that? That's right, it's me. Giuseppe, and I'm hearing voices, so maybe it's time to go down to Shutter Island, because clearly I'm insane. I don't know what bit planned out or it's going to be on Mental Case Island, but I came to realize I don't have a green screen. So I went into Shutter Island expecting it to really be my shit, because I'm a little slag for a good mysterious island. So now it's time for our weekly game of And We'll Stop There, where I describe a little bit of the plot, then say, and we'll stop there before I spoil anything. So here goes nothing. Leonardo DiCaprio is on an island and will stop right there. I'm incredibly split in this movie. It was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had with a movie. But I'm a bit iffy on the ending. I'll get to that a bit more later. God, the script kind of sucks. They're all kind of, who's here for the fucking script anyway? I'm talking into a tin of Pringles. I can't recommend this film enough though. Whether you like it or dislike it is 100% worth your time. The story is a mindfuck and it keeps you gripped by wanting to know the full truth. I'm not new to this kind of story, far from it, so I spotted a lot of clues that I just couldn't actually for the life of me figure out the meaning of. I've genuinely run out of things to say as the majority of my commentary involves a shit ton of spoilers. So I'm just gonna drop some knowledge real quick. This film is an absolute masterclass in character writing and development, storytelling, dialogue, and concepts. It's a deep dive into the human mind in two different ways. I'm still really conflicted on what kind of rating to give this, as I still haven't decided whether or not I like how it ended. But to avoid sounding pretentious, I will give it a 9.5 out of 10. Now leave if you don't want to be spoiled, because I'm about to speak about the ending. So if you haven't watched, you are fully unwelcome here. Go fuck off. Okay, so firstly, the ending I loved. Him saying which will be worse, to live as a monster or to die as a good man is fucking brilliant. I personally took this as him accepting he was the one responsible for killing his wife, but is in good mind choosing to ignore it so he can be lobotomized. My issue does come with the large scale twist that led up to this. To me, it seemed too broad of a twist. To have the entire thing be a role play basically that was any means possible before this point to throw the viewer off the scent. Had it just been the case that the whole time he was a patient that had convinced himself he wasn't, then the events leading up to this point had to be possible with that mindset. But to add on the fact that all the staff are role playing means that none of the interactions he had with staff has to be reframed to make sense of the misunderstanding from mental issues. And I still am not sure if I like this twist. I definitely would have preferred if there was something that allowed a lot less freedom with how they were allowed to throw me off the scent, as I've said, but that's minor issues. Anyways, I'll see you next week when we're off to Delaware. Bye.